So I think we can expect a good game considering they're both 2-0 and see what both teams can do on the field.
I always like playing Northampton, especially in football. I think a very gritty team, so it might become a little chippy at sometimes, but it's always fun to watch. Always very competitive at certain points, and also this might be a playoff game eventually. So very excited to see how this one plays out. Again, beautiful night in September. Still have the warm weather. I'm able to wear a tank top, so this is awesome. We will now throw it to Abby Wood on the field.
Good evening, Trojans. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Parkland Trojans and the Northampton Concrete Kids. The Trojans are off to the Trojans can execute all three. They should have a strong chance to come away with another win. Now let's watch the game unfold and see what the Trojans do best.
Sorry, I had my mic off there. So, very excited to see this one kick off. 10 minutes till kickoff. We'll see the band come on. And the one thing I do like that the band always does, and it's very with the American theme today in the student section, is before every game, obviously they do the national anthem, Parkland's
Alma mater.
alma mater. But they also play a little bit of all of the songs of the military branches. So I have always liked that. You see all of the veterans stand up or current people that are serving. And as my brother's in the military, I really respect that, and also my dad was. So I really respect that. I think it's really cool. We're getting off topic now, but back to the game. I'm very excited to watch this game. I think it's going to be a good game. We saw Finn Cohen settle in a lot last game. He threw 2 touchdowns, I believe. So definitely a big showing last week from the junior quarterback, and now he will have his second start in Orfield Stadium. And also, one thing that Abby mentioned that I did forget to mention was Naquan Thompson very much stepped in big for TJ Lawrence. I think there's a lot of talk about TJ Lawrence. Obviously, he gets a lot of media attention. He has multiple Division I offers, but I don't think Naquan Thompson's importance to this team can be understated. Running the ball and being on offense and defense is very important for TJ, and he contributes a lot to the team, but obviously he's going to get tired, and Thompson is a great filler and also just a great running back by himself without TJ, and it's a great 1-2 punch. So we'll take it down to the band.
and gentlemen, if I may have your attention, the Parkland community suffered a big loss this summer. Regular followers of the Trojans may notice someone missing on the sideline tonight. Don Erb, who served as team photographer for more than 30 years, passed away on July 10th. Don not only photographed football games, he was involved with all Parkland teams. Undoubtedly, he probably witnessed more Trojan events than anyone. Don wasn't a graduate of Parkland, but bled red and gray, and always wore the school colors. He was often seen proudly wearing his 2002 state championship football jacket. Though ailing, Don's last assignment was photographing Parkland's District 11 baseball championship at DeSales University in June. That Trojan championship win with the players' smiles was the last photo Don captured with his camera, and once again brought a smile of Parkland pride to his face. Thank you, Don, and rest in peace. You'll be missed. Please pause now for a moment of silence. Thank you. And now would everyone please rise for the playing of the alma mater and your national anthem.
We are back now. Well done job by the band, as always. But before we go into any other more football stuff, you may have heard Mr. Roberts say over the intercom, but I will say it again for you guys. A member of the Parkland community,
Ladies and
Don
gentlemen, your
Herb,
officials
sadly
for this
passed
evening's
away
contest.
on
Referee
recently.
Ray Wright,
He
umpire
was a
Stephen
photographer for
Linesman
all of
Adam
Parkland
Litz,
athletics, and you could
line
see him
judge Tim
basically at
Melnick,
any Parkland event.
back judge
I
Courtney
even saw him at a
Piazza,
girls wrestling
field
thing.
judge Michael Soto,
Um,
side
so
judge Mark
he was
Recker,
always there,
and
always
25-40
smiling,
play
always taking
operator
photos,
Glenn
and
Wilson.
I feel like I would see his name in the newspaper a lot. He was a friend and mentor to the TV studio, and obviously
Captains this
had a
evening for
great
the
career
Trojans,
in
TJ
journalism and
Lawrence,
photography. So
Nas Adams,
our
Julian
thoughts
Diaz,
and our prayers
and
are
James
with Don
Tyler.
Herb and his family, but he will be missed, and now we will go back to the football stuff after we're all crying. So we will get back to the game. Obviously, now we got the captains there. We got TJ Lawrence, Nas Adams, JJ Baptista, and Julian Diaz, and Matthew Dorsey. So we will see if the Trojans will get the kick, and this game will be started off tonight. Juliana, you were very impressed with the poise of Finn Cohen last game. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think that he really kept his cool, and when sorry, I think he was very calm on the field, and if he can do this, welcoming us into week 3, then he can really help the Trojans get some points on the board.
I'm really excited to see how he develops throughout the season. I think he already has made improvements throughout the first 2 games. And Parkland Trojans will start with the ball, so we'll see him right away. But this is also a great game to kind of test yourself. Northampton is a very solid football program. They always have a solid team. It's very always competitive against Northampton. So I'm excited to see this game. So the Trojans will kick off. And the return by Naquan Thompson.
Naquan Thomason on the return.
He will get it to a little past the 30, not quite at the 35-yard line.
For the Concrete Kids.
So if you didn't hear me in the beginning, TJ Lawrence was out for basically the entire second half of the game. And there was a lot of the questions if he would be returning, and the answer is yes, he would be returning, even though he was out for basically the whole half against Freedom. He was cramping up. He told me he was drinking a lot of liquid IV. So Cohen, pass right away.
Cohen's pass
Quick
complete.
completion
Nas Adams.
to Nas Adams. Right back to their bread and butter from last week.
Yeah, speaking of Nas Adams, he had 23 receiving yards last week, and he was a key part of this Trojans offense to move down the field.
See, that's the little out route they had there. Best way to get quick yards by doing those little short routes to the receivers. So Cohen's going to keep it. He's going to scramble on the sideline. He will get the first down. So that's the first down of the night for the Trojans to kick this drive off. Great job by Cohen to just take it to the outside, turn the wheels on.
Yeah, when you have a quarterback that can run and throw, that is just awesome for your offense.
Cohen's also a part of the Parkland basketball program here, so very athletic.
Cohen actually had 43 passing yards last week against Freedom and 5 rushing yards as well.
So handoff to Lawrence, his first handoff of the night. He will get about a yard, maybe 2.
No gain on the play.
We will see. Northampton was on pretty quickly there. We'll see how they ease into that tonight. Maybe get the ball spread it around a little bit to put the defenders on their toes, and then you can establish more of a run game. So Lawrence in the backfield with Cohen. Cohen is going to pump fake. And it will be batted down, I believe.
That's batted down by number 2, Sincere.
There seemed to kind of be a little bit of maybe miscommunication because he was going to throw it and then it just got patted down.
Definitely a miscommunication there. You see Lawrence blocking, Cohen pump fades. Stepped up in the pocket, but it was blocked and not able to make it to his dump off route.
It's 3rd and 10 now.
Cohen rolling out.
He's going to roll to the left. He's going to take it himself.
Keeps it after a big hit near the sidelines, but I think he will be close to first down. See him rolling out to his left. Good decision there to keep the ball. Don't want to take too many risks.
Oh.
He does fumble there at the end, but the Trojans do recover it. So 3rd and 10 for this Trojans offense on their own 47-yard line.
Tom Barkanic back deep for the Concrete Kids.
So Liam Spang. Oh no, they're punting.
Oh, it was 4th and 10. Sorry.
Oh, it was 4th. My apologies. So they will punt, and the Concrete Kids are going to return it.
Swallowed up.
Nice job for the punt crew to get down there quickly, not allowing the Concrete Kids to get many yards on that return. And like I was going to say, we will see the Northampton offense come out and see how this Parkland defense does against them.
I think the Parkland defense did a really good job last week, only allowing 7 points on the board for Freedom offense. But, I mean, new week, new game, new team. You have to see how they can adjust to now Northampton's offense.
The one thing I have consistently seen from the Parkland teams I have watched, well, I was going to say how well their D-line does every single game, but as they make an offsides penalty. But the D-line is consistently good every single year, and I have to give kudos to the D-line coach. I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly who it is, but they do an amazing job. I feel like they have a really strong run defense that really makes the other teams not be able to depend on that so much and have to pass the ball. Oh, so, okay, so I stand corrected. It was a offside on the Concrete Kids, so they'll be backed up. So again, that D-line is awesome. So handoff here for the Concrete Kids.
Nothing.
No yards there.
Sandra Rickard, your ball carrier.
That was a great job there. The D-line just saw how quickly get on the ball.
3 in the play.
Again, thank you to the Parkland Education Foundation for our replay system. So the Northampton quarterback will roll out.
He's going to run.
He is going to get some yards there, but definitely short of the first down marker.
Michael Carr, TJ,
and their quarterback is Gavin Taff. So Taff is who will be manning the Concrete Kids offense tonight. Number 16.
Forget to head over to the football concession stand where you can buy Chick-fil-A, walking tacos, hot dogs, pork barbecue, nachos with cheese, Polish ice, candy,
Third
and
and 5.
beverages.
Let's see what they can do here.
3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Or for the Concrete Kids, but the Trojans looking for the stop.
We see a lot of familiar faces on offense and defense, those being TJ Lawrence, Tim
Timeout,
Adams,
Northampton. Ladies and gentlemen, show off your cornhole skills and support the
that
Parkland
means
High
he's
School
just a
dance team
very
on their road to
well-rounded player that can
nationals. The
do what
tournament
it
is
takes
Saturday,
to
September 13th
both
at
move
10
the ball on
a.m.
offense and stop the
There will
ball on
be food
defense.
trucks,
Yeah,
basket
there's a
raffles,
lot
and
of
50-50
players that play
drawing.
both ways,
First place in the
that,
tournament is
and that takes
$150 and
a lot of
custom
conditioning,
cornhole
a
set.
lot of hard work,
Second place,
a lot of knowing your
$75,
plays,
third place,
a lot of
$50.
understanding offense
Ask your
and
favorite
defense.
dancer for details to sign up or visit
And
Parkland Arts Facebook
obviously
page.
athleticism to be able to play both. And you know, I respect any player that's able to do that. And a lot of players at the high school level do that, and some are very successful at it. And I find it very fun because once they get to the college level, they very, very rarely have the opportunity to do that, to play on both sides. So I think it's, you know, you get to enjoy that when you're in high school. You get to just play football and enjoy it.
Yeah, and that comes with their every football player's hard work in the off season.
So 3rd and 5, Taff is going to keep it,
Gavin Taff on the
and
keeper.
he will be short of the
Lawrence
first down
leading the charge on
marker.
the stop for the Trojans.
Lawrence was on the tackle, so
Bring
the
up a
Concrete
4th and 3 for
Kids
the Concrete
will
Kids.
punt the ball back to the Trojans with 8 minutes
Now,
remaining
TJ
in the
Lawrence
first
back
quarter.
for the Trojans.
See, D-line jumped on Taff quickly before he could get lots of yards.
I'd say both teams have had really solid defense so far, allowing neither teams to put any points on the board, but there's going to be slips in a game and holes
Noah
that
Klein's punt is out of bounds
the
at
offense
the
is going to
40.
find
It'll be first and
one
10
way or another to
Trojans.
get an opportunity to score.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
it
this
looks
year's
like the
program book
Trojans
contains
will get the ball
information
around
such
the
as
40-yard
rosters,
line.
senior football player bios, senior
So to
dedications, and
recap,
much
the
more.
first
Get
2
your program
drives
book
for the
just
Concrete Kids
$5
and
at the
Trojans,
Spirit Stand.
or first drive for both, they both ended up punting. Both, you know, defenses look strong. Parkland, I would say, got a little more yardage there. They got a first down or 2, but they need a little bit more than that if they want to win this ball game and put points on the board. So Spang and Thompson in the backfield with Cohen, and Thompson will take it for a run. But there is a
Keegan
laundry on the field.
for Northampton. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
There's no gain on the play. Oh, excuse, got it wrong. There was Lawrence was on the carry, but Northampton was on him. So Cohen and Lawrence in the backfield again. Motion Garullo, and Cohen is going to fire for Lawrence, but it's incomplete. So that will bring up 3rd down and 10. I mean, Parkland, if they don't convert this, it's a very slow start and not what they were looking for. So.
Yeah, I think the offense for the Trojans needs to adjust on how the Northampton defense is playing, because they seem to be swallowing up the run play. So, I mean, maybe passing game is the way how they're going to get down the field today to score.
Cohen barking out some orders in the backfield with Lawrence.
He's going to throw it again.
He's going to fire. It is going to be complete.
Blake Nassery. Incomplete.
Oh, that's incomplete.
Your 4th and 10.
Beg my pardon. It was incomplete, intended for number 8, Blake Nassery. See Cohen steps back. Right above his head, not able to haul it in. So the Trojans will have to punt the ball back to the K-Kids. Pretty packed stands tonight.
Band trying to hype up the pack and the
Band trying to get the crowd going, you know. always have to value these nice still summer days. We're not fall yet. These nice summer days, because once it hits, October, it gets a little cold, and those games aren't as fun to go to.
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like a slow start for the Trojans, but they did very well on defense the last drive, so let's see what they can do.
Defense held very strong in the first drive. And it almost looks like deja vu here. Northampton backed up against their own end zone once again. So it's going to be a handoff. Not many yards there for the Northampton ball carrier.
Kessler, your ball carrier. June Bruce, Liam Spank.
Yeah, and you said how Northampton's backed up pretty well. That's thanks to the Parkland punter, Grayson Dances. He's been doing a really good job this weekend, last week, with just good punts to back up the opposing team.
So 2 running backs in the backfield with Taft. Another handoff, and again, Parkland defense is all over that.
Kessler again, your ball carrier.
They are not letting the
Diaz,
get anywhere.
Liam Spang combined on the stop.
So Julian Diaz and Liam Spang were on the stop there. Diaz, one of the captains on the team. So 3rd and 3 for the Concrete Kids. Taft will keep it, but Parkland sniffed that out and will force the K Kids to punt the ball back to the Trojans. So 3 straight, punts on for both teams. We had Parkland punting twice and, 4. So we got Parkland punting twice and now Northampton punting for their second time. So slow start to this game, but maybe they're just warming up.
And Steve Adams going to return it. He's going.
And this is going to be a good return. Nas Adams is going to get it to the 35, but it looks like there is a fumble.
Looks like the
I believe the Trojans, by the reaction of the crowd, I believe the Trojans, or the players, I believe the Trojans were able to recover.
That still gives them pretty good field placement in order to make their way down the field. Yeah, it looks like he just lost the ball when that.
He lost the ball at the very end, but it'll be 1st and 10 Trojans.
They're on the 46-yard line. Pretty good placement, I'd say.
I think one thing the Trojans have done very well this first 2 games I've seen is they've always had good field position. So
they're gonna run it.
Liam Spang, your ball carrier.
See, Liam Spang took the ball. Talking about Liam Spang, he had the first rushing touchdown for their game last week against Freedom. And he had 39 rush yards again last week. So pretty solid game for him. He seems to have a pretty good impact on the Trojans here, making their way down the field.
Yeah, Spang had a beautiful touchdown last game, and I love how they're utilizing him in this offense while he's also making plays on defense. So again, it will be Cohen and Lawrence backfield, and there will be Nas Adams for the jet sweep.
Well, it's actually Jaron Sanchez.
Oh, sorry.
Jaron Sanchez.
That was Jaron Sanchez.
He was very important last week as well to the Trojans.
1st and 10 Trojans.
Sanchez, wearing number 4, he had a receiving touchdown last game from Finn Cohen.
He also had a sack, which is very important on defense to back up your opponents.
So the junior making his mark on the game. Cohen will hand it off to Lawrence, and Lawrence will get a few yards on this play.
Noah Klein on the stop.
They're on the 21-yard line, so I'm pretty close, but
Three on the play,
they've got to
2nd and
keep
7.
it and hold on to the ball. We've already seen one ball get punched out. So we have to, when you have the ball, you need to make sure it's secure and can't let it pop out.
sure they work on that a lot, is taking control of that ball, taking care of it. And it will, looks like it will be a touchdown to Blake Nassery, number 8. Beautiful play from junior to junior. Next touchdown for the Trojans. See Finn Cohen logging out, beautiful ball placement there.
Speed from
To
Blake
his
Nassery.
wide receiver.
Get open a little bit from the defender.
Just on for the extra point.
Trojans seem to have a little trouble with their extra points and 2-point conversions last week, but
They did fail on 2 2-point conversions.
Extra point is good. Markridge on the
yeah, but they're good for today.
Field goal will be good on their first touchdown. So the momentum coming on a little against momentum in this game now with the first touchdowns being the Trojans, being the first ones to strike on the Concrete Kids. And the ball game is 7-0 in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Again, Finn Cohen threw a beautiful pass to Blake Nassery.
Yeah, I think if you're the team that gets their points on the board first, I think that really starts your momentum and builds your confidence, and it just makes you want it more when you're first one on the board.
Definitely settles you a little bit. You never want to be. It always feels good to put the ball in the end zone first.
All ages and fitness levels are welcome. T-shirts are guaranteed if you register by the.
It was a great pass by Finn Cohen, and also just a great route
you
run
still
by
register at travismannion.org. Click on the Lehigh Valley Race. Grayson Dodges on for the kickoff.
So the Trojans will kick off. And the Concrete Kids
Oh,
will
he's
return
still
the ball,
going.
and this is going to
And
be
he's
a
got
good
very
return,
quick.
but a little hard hit there.
Cooper Bauer on the stop for the Trojans.
Looks like they're on the 40-yard line. About where the placement was for the Trojans who just scored. Oh, they're actually on the 38-yard line, which is a little closer from where the Trojans were. But as we saw in the Trojan defense the past 2 drives, they're really swallowing them up on run plays. We haven't seen much passing game for
Yeah,
the
so
Concrete
far
Kids.
we haven't seen that many passes from Northampton's quarterback Taff. A lot of running the ball, and really the Northampton offense has not been able to move the ball
Here
much
we see a
tonight so
pass,
far.
Intended
incomplete.
for Mechanic, incomplete.
So it's incomplete.
Yeah, Northampton's quarterback Gavin Taff is a senior, so I'm sure he's had a lot of experience and knows what to do in these types of situations. Maybe the run game isn't quite there, or I'm sorry, the pass game.
Ball placement a little off there.
As we're winding down the first quarter, Tegan, what have you seen from the Trojans that you like and want them to keep going throughout the quarters of this game?
I think the defense is doing a beautiful job so far. They're shutting down basically every running opportunity. As you see there, it's a great example. There was a completion, but they were on it right away. It didn't allow them to get any extra yards. I think their run defense was very good last game. And we're seeing that again in this game, and I think that's what the Trojans have continued to do very well. And that's what we're seeing in this game so far. I mean, Northampton had 2 straight 3-and-outs, and that's absolutely not the start you want as the head coach and as, an offense. You want to be able to get a couple first downs, maybe put the ball in the end zone, at least a field goal. But Northampton will get I believe it's their first down of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, Trojans are honestly reading the Northampton offense very well, which is allowing them to have trouble moving up the field. But as we saw, Northampton got their first down of the game, so maybe they can move up from this. But if Trojans keep locking them down, who knows how this could end.
I love how the Trojans also didn't panic after their first 2 drives. They were forced to punt. They came back, and a big sack here. That will be a loss of yards
Your ball
for
carrier.
the Northampton
That's
Concrete
54
kids.
Julian
That was
Diaz.
Captain Julian Diaz with the swallow up.
Senior captain making the big play to throw the concrete kids back a few yards.
There you
Throwing
go.
concrete would be pretty hard. So it will be 2nd and 12. Again, Ta, he's going
Oh,
to drop back, step
gonna
up
run
in the
it
pocket, and he will be well short of the first yard.
From what we've
Of the
seen,
first down.
sorry, I didn't interrupt you there, but from what we've seen from Taff, he looks like he has speed and it can allow him to move down the field, but
Gain of 3 on the play.
but
37.
his blockers aren't really letting him to move up the field a little more.
So now it'll be 3rd and 7. So they will get. Sorry, we have one of the students in my ear right now making me laugh and distracting me. So now it'll be 4th down for the Concrete kids. They will have to punt the ball. So again, Northampton, they got a couple first downs there, a couple of first downs on that drive, but now they have to punt. But a beautiful punt there. The Trojans are going to have to start their offensive drive in their own 10-yard line, it looks like. So that is not going to be an easy task to close out this first half of the ballgame.
Yeah, we saw more from the Northampton offense, but just not enough for them to score the touchdown. Yeah, once Nassim Adams touched the ball, he was kind of swallowed up, but great punt there.
Again, the Parkland defense did a great job there. Again, anytime you can force the other team to punt and give the ball back to your offense to put some points on the board, always a good sign. Again, there's no rush for Parkland here. They have 45 seconds in this first half. And they have a lot of time, so. Hand off to Lawrence. Again, I think that here it almost looks like they're expecting Lawrence to run the ball here. Again, his workload is a lot in terms of how many running attempts he gets. So it will be 2nd and 10. It'll be 2nd and 10 to close out the first quarter of play. The Trojans will have run one more play.
Long.
Cohen's gonna fire, and it will be incomplete. Intended for Nas Adams.
I'd say pretty solid quarter for the Trojans here. They got 7 points on the board.
So there is 0.5 seconds on the clock remaining, so soon the Trojans, it is 3rd and 10, so I believe they will just run one more play here to close out the
Yeah,
first
they might
quarter.
have receivers go deep or short plays just to move up the field. They're pretty close to their own end zone, so kind of want to get away from that a little bit.
So Cohen will hand it off to Lawrence. Lawrence will not get the first down, but get a few yards. And that will close out the first quarter in this 2-0 matchup of the Parkland Trojans and the Northampton Concrete kids. It is, the first quarter is over. Parkland leads 7-0. Slow start for both teams, I would say.
Sure.
Northampton, I mean, only have had maybe less than 5 first downs in the game so far, and now they have punted every single time. I don't even know if they've gotten in Parkland's red zone. So
Yeah.
a little great job there on Parkland's defensive side of the ball, obviously.
Yeah, but this game is not away
And-
from Concrete Kids because it's only a touchdown away. But same with the Trojans. They're a touchdown up. If they can get 1 or 2 more touchdowns, they've got a pretty good lead.
So now we have Parkland student section repping the red, white, and blue for America. Yeah. And so again, like I was saying, amazing job by the Parkland defense. Yeah, that was a great touchdown that they had there from Pincone to Blake Nassery. That is where the 7 points came from. I'm very happy that we did get the extra point this time, and now we have the offense back on to punt the ball. Alright, so 4th and 9, the Trojans will punt the ball. Don marches. And now the Concrete Kids will have very good field position as they're on Northampton's own 40.
Brannick on the return, tripped up at number 21, Julius Silva.
The Parkland High School Music Boosters are thrilled to offer delicious dining to enhance.
So a great job there by the punt team to get.
We took a tumble there.
Big Band Burger, the
They
Supreme
didn't
Nacho,
even
pulled pork, sausage and peppers, or buffalo chicken over mac and cheese, and a walking taco.
So now Northampton will start on their own 40-yard line to
Very
start
good
off
placement
the
for them.
second quarter.
Yeah, good field position for them to try and get an opportunity here. But as we've said before, Trojans defense is looking very good tonight.
Trojans defense got to stand strong on this drive to keep their lead. So Taff will
And
hand
off.
the ball off.
Not too much, but he found a little hole and dove through it to get a couple extra yards.
Nice wrap-up tackle there by Blake Nassery.
Yeah, 3 in the play, it'll be 2nd and 7.
So now it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Northampton Concrete Kids. Taff is going to hand it off again.
Chase Kessler.
It'll be 3rd down.
Michael Carr on this time.
3rd down and 5 yards to go. So that was a gain of 2 on last play.
2 on the play, be 3rd and 5, Northampton. The Trojans 35.
Trojans defense trying to stand stout. Their red zone defense impressed me very much last game.
3rd and 5 for Northampton here. He's gonna roll to his right, and that's gonna be 1st down for them.
Yeah, it's complete to number 85.
Cut.
Gabe Urban.
And it'll be 4th and 1, I believe.
For the Trojans.
Oh,
Just shy of the 1st down marker. But, I mean, they're pretty much in their own red zone, so,
Northampton at the Trojans, 32.
or in the red zone. So I will assume that the offense will stay on the field and attempt to convert on downs.
Fourth and 2.
So Parkland just got to stop them on those 2 yards to carry. So another handoff. And it looks like Parkland will not be successful on stopping them on 4th down. So
44
Northampton will get the 1st down
Carry is
and a
good.
brand new shot of
The
10
Concrete
yards.
Kids, 1st down.
27-yard line, so Northampton is pretty close to their end zone, but Trojans got to stop them here.
They're knocking at the door.
They're gonna run it again. Oh, and he's gonna find an
It
opening.
was a very good run there by the K-Kids ball carrier, and that is going to put them even closer to the goal line.
Carry is good. For Northampton, first
Now they're on
down.
the 15-yard line.
Ball spotted on the 15.
So Northampton started on a really good field position to start this drive. So I think that definitely helped them to get this drive going and get the first down, because we only saw, I believe, one first
Another
down in the
pass.
first quarter.
And will he get in the end zone?
And
He
reached
will.
over, and that's
So
touchdown.
that is a K-Kids touchdown. And it will be 7-6 here before the PAT.
15-yard.
So again, kind of in a sticky situation there on Parkland they were in. They had poor field position on offense, failed to really do anything there with the little room they had. And then they were forced to punt, and Northampton started on the 40, so they only had 40 yards to go, and they drove pretty easily on that drive. So now Northampton have a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, if as you could see, that guy dove into the end zone, but only the ball has to cross the line in order for it to count as a touchdown. So that's why you saw that no feet in the end zone, but he reached over the line, and that counts as a touchdown for them. So it'll be 7-7. Their extra point was good, and they're going to punt it off to the Trojans. And I think if you're a Trojan, you need to get a touchdown here to kind of bring back your momentum and keep, not necessarily keep you in the game, but it's a close game here.
Well, they had that touchdown from Fincone to Blake Nastry, but now it's a tied ball game. So it's a tied ball game. You gotta keep on striking. You gotta keep on going, and they definitely gotta put some points on the board here.
Adams and Thomason back deep for the Trojans. Jackson's son for the kickoff for the Concrete Kids.
So kickoff.
He's pretty good return. I could not tell who that was.
The Parkland offense will start.
From the stop for Northampton.
And one thing I did want to mention tonight is, although we are not playing Whitehall is electing Saquon Barkley into the Hall of Fame, in the Whitehall Hall of Fame tonight. So I'll be very curious to see if Saquon's there tonight. I mean, I assume he is. I mean, big win there for the Birds last night, but it was a little bit late because it was late, so game didn't end until 12:30. So I'll be interested to see if he's there. We'll have to figure that out later.
Yeah, he had a great high school career and obviously college career that got him drafted in the NFL, but yeah, great player.
Timeout, Trojans.
Parkland's going to start on their own 38-yard line. Again, they have plenty of time to work with in this second quarter until they head into the locker room with 9 minutes remaining. See the red, white, or American flags flying there. Proudly red, white, and blue.
Around the 38-yard line.
So Cohen is going to fake the handoff to Nastry, pitch it out to Lawrence, and Lawrence will get the open space and will do as he does. He will take the open space he got, and a great run there.
Yeah, his speed is definitely a key part for this Trojans offense. I mean, a lot of players here have speed, but I mean, him in particular, he really just got the wheels on him, and he can go through any open hole easily.
He's a very powerful runner, and once he gets in that open space, it is hard to take him down. So Thompson now in the backfield with Cohen. And Cohen is going to keep the ball and not get many yards there, but not too shy of the first down marker. Again, great job there by Cohen to make that read and not hand it off to Thompson.
Yeah, and like I said before, he can run and he can throw, which is so important for an offense. You can't just have one or the other. Very important for a quarterback to be able to run and throw when in situations like that no one was open, or if it was just a design play.
Also developing into a very smart quarterback. So Cohen will roll
Roll to the
out
right.
on 3rd and 3.
He's gonna
Is he going
take
to
it.
keep it? He is going to keep it, and he looks
Penalty flags on the play.
just shy of the first down, but there was a flag on the play, so
Zernecki and Kleppinger combined on the stop for Northampton.
again, great decision about Cohen. He didn't see anything, didn't want to risk throwing an interception, so he kept the ball and attempted to get that first down. We're waiting to see what the flag is. And the Trojans are moving forward, so flag on the K Kids, and the Trojans will get the automatic first down.
Will make it.
Again, those are the mistakes that K Kids don't want to be making, and we saw that many times last game. Both the Trojans and the Freedom Patriots made various mistakes that really cost them.
He's gonna throw it.
Cohen firing, and it is
Pass intended for Lawrence.
incomplete.
Second and 10.
Maybe he took a hard hit to the ground there. He was a little slow to get up.
Joey high in the coverage for
It
Northampton.
was intended for Lawrence. Just out of reach. See Cohen drop back.
I believe that was a little high.
It was just a little high for Lawrence to be able to
Yeah, we
reach
saw.
out and make the play.
Yeah, we saw another high pass earlier in the game. I think just he needs to do what. I'm talking about Cohen. He just needs to do what he did last weekend. He has a good throw. I think he just needs to keep going.
It's okay. Again, I like these plays that they're doing. They're utilizing the speed and agility there of Nas Adams. They're not, throwing him a deep pass downfield. They're showing him these quick routes, these jet sweeps, these screen passes, and just allowing him to do what he does best, which is, break out into the open field and use his speed against his opponents.
Around 34-yard line. They've got 3 yards to go.
Cohen working out some orders on 3rd and 3. Lawrence in the backfield with him. Lawrence will get the handoff.
Is that
DJ
enough
Lawrence.
for the first down?
Sincere Wadlington in the stop for Northampton.
And it looks like the Trojans will stay on the field and get the first down. Or no, it's 4th down for the Trojans. So 4th down and 3, but they are staying on the field. So we saw Northampton get cover on. Oh no, it is first down. I'm sorry. So Trojans with first down and 10 on their own 31-yard line, knocking at the door of the K Kids.
Yeah, I think this
Cohen
is.
is going to fire, and it is going to be complete to Blake Nassery. Or no, excuse me, that is Jude Roosh. So Jude Roosh, with I believe, is it's definitely his first catch of the ball game, maybe of the season.
Great catch. Great throw too, because if you're trying to hit somebody on a run, like that could be very hard, and you can mess up. But he did a very
Lawrence
good
to
job
the
there.
outside, and that'll be the first touchdown of the game for TJ Lawrence. Getting started after he was out with some cramping. Looks like he's not cramping anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
So, beautiful pitch to
Great
the outside.
blocking. You got to give Liam Spain credit there for the blocking. That's why Lawrence was able to get to the outside and make him to the end zone.
For the extra point.
Trojans have always been a great blocking team, and now they will be on for the PAT. Great job there by Lawrence to take it to the outside. You know, I always like those plays better. Instead of going up the middle all the time, I think Northampton was stopping that fairly easily. Take it to the outside, do a quick pitch, and they're able, you know, to just let Lawrence work. So the PAT will be good. And also, as we saw Jude Roos make that catch before the touchdown run by Lawrence, Jude Roos is the new host of the Parkland podcast. He is a senior, so stay tuned for Jude Roos being able to, you know, for all the content to come.
On their road to nationals. The tournament is Saturday, September 13th at 10 a.m. There will be food trucks.
Yeah, I think that was really important for Parkland to get another touchdown on the board because they were up and then they let one slip early in the second quarter. So I think it was very important for them, and that was just a great job by them to move down the field. They wasted some time by taking their time, and yeah.
There was a graduate from Parkland team, Film Jackson.
Yes,
Jackson
he attends
is
Kutztown
back.
University.
Jackson attends Kutztown. Jackson loves to watch the Trojans, so good return here for the K kids now.
Great speed there.
Barkanek on the return. Grayson Digest on the stop for Parkland.
Turn on the Jets, but the Trojans eventually stop him, so 5 minutes and 30 seconds before they will head back into the locker room.
Remaining in your first half of play.
Okay, if say Trojans stop them here and don't get a touchdown on the next drive, what are you saying to your players if you were the coach in the locker room? So if the score is 14-7 going into half.
I mean, I feel confident with that because you still have the lead, but honestly, I don't think the Trojans, in terms of offense, have played their best ball game so far. I mean, they weren't able to convert on. They, you know, were forced to punt the ball a couple of times in the beginning of the game. Have been sloppy. They've had 2 fumbles that they were able to recover. But honestly, I'm happy with being up 14-7. Their defense is playing outstanding so far. And honestly, going into the locker room 14-7, you're feeling good.
Northampton's on the 44-yard line. It's 2nd and 4. Handoff. He's
Hand up to the outside,
Chase
and that will be good for a first down for Northampton.
Pushed out of bounds, number 3, Jeremy Jean-Baptiste.
And now on the 34-yard line. I'd have to say, I think they're definitely finding the few but little holes in the Trojans' defense when they can. They're really taking their chances on that when they have the opportunity. But other than that, I'd say Trojans have had a very solid defensive game.
Kessler, your ball carrier.
It is very important to nitpick the little holes you can find in the defense.
Yeah, because essentially if you can find those holes, that's how you move up the field, and that's how you're able to get those points on the board. So they're taking every opportunity to get, especially being down to touchdown here at the end of the second quarter. They're not trying to waste time because they want to get another touchdown on the
Trying
board
to go very
here.
quickly here. So another handoff, but they won't get much here. A lot of handoffs. You know, you can see how much both of these teams really use their run game. It will be 3rd and 1 on the 25-yard line. Again, the K kids knocking at the door.
Yeah, I'd say their runs are definitely averaging more than a yard, so if they do their run, they should be able to get this first down. But let's see what the Trojans defense can do as well.
So again, another handoff. And I do believe he did get enough for the first down, but not many yards there. And if you're the Trojans, you're feeling comfortable with that.
Yeah, I believe he got the first down, but definitely not by much. But great defensive play by them. They just barely allowed them to get the first down, which is what you essentially want to look for.
First and 10.
22-yard line.
Taff is going to drop back. He is going to fire in the end zone, and it is a touchdown for the K-Kids. So after not much passing in this game from the K-Kids, Taff throws his first touchdown of the night.
I'd say that was also very good defensive coverage. I did not get to pick up on who was covering him, but he definitely challenged him. But in the end, that was a great throw and a great pass. I'm sorry, great throw and great
Little
catch.
Funky setup here. The K-Kids were out to the left of where the kicker was lined up and the placeholder, and now they come back.
Ooh.
Good. So
Tie game here.
yeah, with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left until halftime, it's all tied up. So the student section there is going to have to help the Trojans get put together a good drive here before they head back into the locker room.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the Trojans to get a touchdown here because Northampton's going to start with the ball in the second half. So if they
want to maintain that lead.
Yeah.
It's very important. You want to keep the momentum.
Yeah, so the Trojans really need to move up the field with the 3.5 minutes they have left. And yeah, they just can't waste any time.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this. My grandpa just texted me that if I give a shout out to my grandmother, my meme, that I will get $10, and I want $10. So, hi, meme. Happy you were watching.
$10 for Deegan.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest $10 you'll make.
Yeah, I do not know what I will spend that on. Maybe if you want to comment when I should spend my $10 on, go ahead.
Nas Adams on the return.
Nasim Adams on the return.
Number 3 on the stop for Northampton.
All right. What do you think Trojans have to do to move up the field effectively to get at least a field goal on the board?
They only had 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, that seems like not much, but in football, it kind of is a lot. So they can't run the ball like their normal drives that they do, power down the field. They're going to have to throw a little bit. They're going to have to utilize Finn Cohen's armed on this drive with only 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. But, they're going to have to be in a hurry up. They're going to have to be well controlled. And I think they can do that.
Yeah.
So, again, like I said, Cohen firing.
Great throw. He's going to go. He's gone.
Is gone. And the Trojans
touchdown.
respond just like that. Nas Adams with the touchdown.
Beautiful
from
run.
Cohen.
Huge gap in the Northampton defense.
A 72-yard touchdown. So we see the pass.
He uses the speed to get by four.
Makes
four
one
defenders.
defender slip, and he is gone. Just
That
like
is-
my grandpa says, he gone.
That is exactly what the Trojans needed going into halftime, considering that K-Kids get the ball. But they're going to be giving the Northampton they have 3 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock, too, to do something. But I think this is definitely good.
Great camera work there by our crew and Josh Muscatel. And now the Trojans will have the lead 21-14. And that basically took the Trojans 7 seconds to score. So one play, very good drive there. Again, just showing how spectacular of an athlete Nas Adams there, the speedster.
Yeah, you could just see like a little glimpse of how much his team could do, even just in this game, but in general in their season. Took them, what you said, 7 seconds to score? Like, that's incredible.
very impressive, and that is the explosive plays that I honestly don't think we saw many, big plays like that in the last game against Freedom, against the
have to agree.
Patriots. Now we
And here
see
we go. They're hyping
the
up the
USA
pack.
flags flying in the air after the Trojans touchdown.
Yeah.
Bounces on.
Their extra point was good, 21-14. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock to see if the K-Kids can do something with this time.
The student section loving that play there.
They're about on the 40, close to the 40-yard line. 38, sorry.
Barnes and Colby Hoffman combined on the stop.
I think that play will give the Trojans a little bit of spark. They scored 2 touchdowns, but then Northampton scored 2 touchdowns fairly quickly. And after that one play, 72-yard touchdown, that's going to give a big spark to the Trojans going into the locker room. And I think that defense is going to show it right now. So quick pass out to the outside for the KKs, short of the first down. So 3 minutes remaining. Second and 5 on their own 43. Another handoff.
Sander Rickard, your ball carrier. Jackson Drullo on the stop. Carry is good for Northampton, first down.
So Northampton will get a first down.
2 minutes, 43 seconds. 43 seconds left on the clock. They're on the 49-yard line here.
Another handoff, and Lawrence will come up with the tackle there.
Blake Nasseri on the stop for the Trojans.
Well, it looks like Blake Nasseri, I apologize, that was Jaron Sanchez and Blake Nasseri on the stop.
Clock is running here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Taff is going to fire to a open wide receiver, but it is incomplete. So that will bring up third down and 10.
Minute 50 remaining in your first half of play.
Yeah, I think if you're from Northampton, you really got to get this first down. But, I mean, they get the ball at half, so if they don't get it here, then they've got another opportunity.
So it looks like it will be a timeout here.
Timeout, Trojans.
The Trojans will call a timeout to collect a little bit. And we see
Beautiful.
a full moon in our view tonight over Orfield Stadium.
It's a beautiful night to be out under the lights.
Tacos, hot dogs, pork barbecue, nachos with cheese, Polish ice, candy, and beverages. Satisfy your hunger at the football.
We always hit the best sunsets at Parkland,
Yeah.
at Orfield Stadium. I've always, when I would go to my brother's games, I always enjoyed
There
taking
he
pictures
is
of the
again.
sunset. And there's Jackson Westrope again. Very excited to be on camera once again after his first 2 weeks of college. Probably, I don't know when exactly Kutztown started, but already back wanting to hang out with Mr. Grath.
Yeah. All right. There's a minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. It's 3rd and 10, and they're on the 49 yard line. Let's see what they can do.
Parkland definitely looking to go into the locker room with the lead. Because again, Northampton does start with the ball.
Deep.
Deep pass here.
No good.
And it's incomplete. So great coverage there for the Trojans.
Do you think going deep was the way to go on that?
I mean, they do have 2 minutes, so I think you don't have to go deep, but maybe especially on 3rd and 10,
Yeah.
maybe a little pattern down the field that'll get you that 10 yards, but you just want to keep the change moving. You didn't have to necessarily throw a bomb down the field there.
Yeah, I thought if they maybe did a shorter pass and allowed their speed to maybe get to the first down, that could have worked for them as well, but it's 4th down and they're going to punt it off to the Trojans.
So Parkland will get the ball with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining until they head back into the locker room for halftime.
I would have to agree with you. I think it has been a pretty slow start, but after that rushing touchdown by Nas Adams, I think that really picked up their energy and momentum on the field. And then going into half, if they have a lead or if I think just they're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, definitely. Plays like that will give your team a spark, and maybe they'll have another one of those there, and then you're up 14 points.
Yeah.
Cohen will hand it off to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to take it to the outside.
T.J. Lawrence, your ball carrier. Penalty flag on the play.
There is laundry on the field, so do not know if this is going to get called back or the Trojans are going to get a little help here.
I felt like the defense for Northampton has kind of been a little inconsistent. There were drives where they made us punt right away, and then there were drives like the other one where we had a 72-yard rush touchdown.
And then there are drives where Parkland has driven on them fairly easily.
Yeah. I think to secure to secure a win, you have to be pretty consistent both offensively and defensively. And Trojans are going to
That is
up.
a big penalty for the Concrete Kids. And Parkland is going to say thank you, refs, and they will be on the 49-yard line.
Yeah. They've still got a minute and a half to go, and like you said, that's more than enough time to do something in football terms.
So Cohen, the lone man in the backfield, is going to motion Lawrence over to the other side. He's gonna step back, fires, and it is broken
Flag, is that
up,
gonna be
but
pass
there
interference?
is a flag on the field. I believe that is pass interference on the Northampton player covering number 5, Nas Adams. Again, Nas Adams all over the field tonight.
Yeah, I know in the NFL where if it's pass interference, it's spot of the foul. Is that how it is in high school as well?
I believe it is like half the distance, maybe.
Okay.
I don't quite remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Because in NFL, they would have been right at the 10-yard line, but that still helps them.
Yeah,
and they're going to keep moving up.
Yeah, the Trojans are going to get
It's very unfortunate for
not many yards there, actually.
Northampton.
They'll start at the 34, it looks like.
That was a pretty unfortunate series for the Northampton Concrete Kids.
You know, those are the mistakes that there hasn't been many penalties in this game so far, but Parkland really hasn't had. I don't know if Parkland has had a single penalty. Northampton has been the one making those errors and kind of causing those yards that now Parkland's in a situation where they can go into the locker room with a 14-point lead.
Yeah, and those mistakes and the flags on the play, that's really what cost you in the game. Cost you the game at the end, because that was a huge chunk of yards that we were able to move up with a minute and a half to go, already up a touchdown.
This race has been held at Parkland for the last 11 years.
We had a lot of other sports playing tonight. I know field hockey had a game, I believe. I think both soccer teams had a game today.
I know girls soccer had a game today.
Yeah, so
I'm actually not sure about boys, but
I wonder if we can get a update for somebody in the studio over there. But again, the fall's very fun, a very packed schedule. I feel like girls volleyball also always has a lot of games. I almost feel like every day they have a game.
yeah. Oh.
So Lawrence on the
he's
carry
gonna-
here. He's not going to give any yards.
Lawrence, your ball carrier.
Minute 20 with a running clock on the 30-yard line. They definitely have an opportunity to do something here. Get at least a field goal on the board. But if you're given the opportunity to try and get a touchdown, you're going to go for it. But if it runs down, go for a field goal, and then you're up 24-14. He's going to throw it long.
Cohen's going to launch.
Pass intended for Nassery.
Maybe
Incomplete.
miscommunication there, because it didn't even look like there was anybody where he... Oh, now we see someone jogging back.
Yeah, it was intended for Jude Roosh. So 55 seconds left. So now Naquan Thompson will join Finn Cohen in the backfield. 3rd and 6. So Cohen is going to keep the
Already
ball,
tackled.
Cohen
and he will get
carries
the
good
first
for a
down,
good
I
first
believe,
down.
and they will
Consider
hurry up.
Robinson in the south corner of Northampton.
Clock is running, so they really got to hurry up and snap it.
A great decision there by Cohen to just take the ball and run.
Yeah, and that's like you wouldn't even tell that he's this is his first year playing first string quarterback. He just has the IQ to be able to tell what to do in those moments that are honestly pretty important,
Very good decision making.
which is something that expands and develops over time. But like I said, this is his only second debut at home, so second appearance at home, sorry. They're on the 21-yard line.
So Cohen is going to step back.
He's going to take it
Scanning.
again. Oh, he's
He's
going
going
to
to
throw.
throw it, and it is going to be complete for
That's going to be a
Adams.
touchdown.
And that's going to be another Trojan touchdown, and the 3rd passing touchdown for Finn Cohen tonight, and the 2nd to Nas Adams. So Nas Adams with two touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, he's having both quarterback Finn Cohen and Nas Adams having a great game. You can see it honestly tricked me out. It looked like Finn Cohen was going to run that, but then he ended up tossing it to Nas Adams, and this is exactly how you want to go into the second half.
Yeah, great ball there to throw on the run. And they're going to go into the locker room a 14-point lead. And, I mean, when you asked me earlier, what would you like to see as a coach going into the locker room, I think this is exactly it. Parkland didn't take the pedal off the metal. They didn't let up.
Good.
And now they got a 14-point lead heading into the locker room and feel very confident. And there's a flag on this kick.
28 Northampton 14.
But all those penalties that allowed the Trojans to move up yards, that honestly is poor defense by Northampton. Because it was originally a tie game with 2.5 minutes left, and now with 30 seconds left, Trojans are up 14 points. So I think if Northampton wants to come back, they really got to step up their defense to start, and then they got to work their way up the field on offense. Are we sure of what the flag was for? Looks like the extra point stands.
All right, so the Trojans will kick it off once again. I mean, this has been a very long half here tonight.
Yeah, slow.
Very long first half.
All right.
And we
So-
see the pack captains running there with the USA flags.
Yeah, I believe the pack captains is Kasha Berta, Ryan Kearney, James White,
Yeah, James Whitehead.
and Liam Spang. Saw a little announcement from them
Just
to
on
be
for the
to
kickoff.
show up to this game on the morning news this morning.
Beautiful sign there too. Land of the brave and home of the Trojans.
Oh. He's breaking tackles, stiff arm.
Parkland on the return.
So once
89
again,
for
the Northampton
Trojans on the
offense will
stop.
come out here with 26 seconds. I believe they'll just run the clock out here to finish it off. But this is a great return here.
A great cutback to pass out another defender. I feel like we've seen so many like drives of these offensive.
I know.
Like I feel like this is much more than last week.
The Freedom game kind of went very quickly. This game, very long first half.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean the rushing touchdown by Nas Adams was at 2.5 minutes, and now there's still 25 seconds left. Both team had another drive after that.
Sander Rippert, the ball carrier for 22, Liam Spang on the stop for the Trojans.
Liam Spang was on stop, and another timeout here. That was Jaron Sanchez, I believe. Sorry. Not many yards there.
Forget at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, head over to the football concession stand. where you can buy
19
Chick-fil-A,
seconds left on the
walking
42-yard
tacos,
line.
hot dogs, pork barbecue,
Northampton
nachos
will
with
face
cheese,
2nd and
Polish
5.
ice, candy, and beverages. Satisfy your hunger at the football concession stand. And while you're there,
Yeah, I think
grab
Liam
yourself
Spang
some
has had
gear.
a really
We have t-shirts, sweatshirts,
great
hats,
game so
and
far.
more.
And even last week, very consistent player, I'd have to say.
Definitely contributing on both sides of the ball very well.
Yeah, offensive and defensive player.
So 2nd and 5. Another pass, and it looks like it was tipped. Or no, it will be
Pass complete for
complete.
number 1, Cameron Hirsch.
15 seconds left. And time is running. We've got 13, 12. And
Spiked by Northampton with 12 seconds left. Your first half of play. The 2nd and 10 at
time
the 50.
stopped.
Quick scoring update
50-yard
from across
line.
the cornfield is Whitehall 21, East Stroudsburg South 13.
Second and 10. Just gonna throw it,
And it will be complete with
Pass complete for
5
number
seconds
28,
remaining, and the
Rocco
clock
Amato.
will wind out.
Now
So
it's
the Trojans
Adams
will
on the
go into the
stop.
locker room with a 14-point lead. Feel very confident about that. I thought they were trying to spike it there, but that will be the end of the first half here on Parkland TV in Ville from Orfield Stadium. The Trojans are up 2 scores, 28-14. Very solid first half from both teams. Northampton responded after being down 7-0, and we saw some explosive plays. A 72-yard touchdown from Finn Cohen to Nas Adams, and we saw then another passing touchdown to Nas Adams. There was a pass from Finn Cohen in the beginning. There was a pass from Finn Cohen to Blake Nastry, and a running touchdown by TJ Lawrence. So all around, very solid first half of play. I think if the Trojans keep this up, obviously, they can come home, or they can come out with the dub tonight.
Yeah, I think very solid offense and defensively. But we saw the last play by Northampton. They got a pretty good, decent yards from a pass. I think if they do that, they could possibly be in contention for, like, they could still be in the game. But those last two touchdowns from the Trojans are really important going into the half, considering that Northampton gets the ball after.
I loved seeing that explosive play because that's something that we didn't see. In I don't think there was one in the first game against George Washington, but definitely not in the second game against Freedom. It was a lot of running, a lot of short passes, and we saw that pass, which was supposed to be a short pass, but Nas Adams took off. And that's the things that you want to see on your football team. That's one of the ways that, one of the things you need to do in a high school football game to win this game. And again, like I said in the beginning of the game, Northampton's always a competitive game. And we see that here. Northampton's not letting up. Parkland's, they're up 2 scores, but both teams are looking pretty, I would say, almost equal at this point. So Parkland's not going to let up. They're going to keep on fighting, but neither is the K-Kids.
Yeah, I agree with 100% of what you just said.
So we are going to send it back, and we will be back in the third quarter of play.
Yeah, we'll turn it to the marching band who performs their halftime show.
Enjoy some Lady Gaga.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment, Parkland High School is proud to present the 2025 edition of the Parkland High School Trojan Marching Band. Under the direction of Jason LaRue and Allison Figueroa, assisted by Mark Cicillo and Mark Figueroa. Our percussion coordinator is Steve Roman, assisted by Stan Griffiths. Our color guard coordinator is Sidney Garza, assisted by Gigi Romano and Sativa Stoner. And our marching band coordinator is Mrs. Connie Baxter. Music arrangements by Mark Figueroa and percussion arrangements by Joe Ruzzamano. Tonight's show features the music of the famous American singer, songwriter, and actress, Lady Gaga. Born and raised in New York City, Stephanie Germanotta began playing piano at the age of 4 and songwriting at the age of 13. Better known as Lady Gaga, her music blends pop, electronic, and dance, and she is famous for her distinct fashion and over-the-top stage performances. And now, under the field direction of drum majors Andrew Rivera, Adeline Sistrunk, and Hallie Colabroy-Whitmire, put your hands together and get ready to rock as the Parkland High School Trojan Marching Band presents Gaga. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parkland High School Trojan Marching Band. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Parkland High School Trojan Marching Band. The Parkland High School Music Boosters are thrilled to offer delicious dining to enhance this evening's game and band performance. Please make your way over to the far concession stand and take your pick from a Big Band burger, supreme nacho, pulled pork or buffalo chicken over mac and cheese, sausage and peppers, or a morching taco with your choice of toppings. Wash it all down with ice-cold refreshments featuring soda, Powerade, iced tea, lemonade, or water. The Parkland High School Music Boosters wishes to thank you for your generous support of the band this season. So stop by and have a bite while supporting these wonderful performers. Go Trojans!
Welcome back, Trojans. We are back on Parkland TV and film for the second half of the battle of the two new teams with the Parkland Trojans and the Northampton Concrete Kids. Right now, the Trojans are up 21-14, sitting pretty with a 2-score lead.
28-14.
But the K Kids do get the ball to start the ball in the second half. So, a little bit of a slow start here in that first half. It felt like the first half was forever.
Yeah.
Especially commentating it. I was talking for a while there. But the offense of the Trojans got a little bit of a spark at the end. They scored a touchdown, 2 touchdowns with like 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. We saw Nas Adams with a 72-yard receiving touchdown, and then he scored another touchdown. So
Great game for him tonight.
Yeah, already a great game. Finn Cohen has 3 touchdowns in the first half. Nas Adams, 2 of them to Nas Adams. Rushing touchdown from TJ Lawrence too. So all around, team is looking great. Some slow points there. Northampton, driving on them pretty well here, but they were able to make a couple stops in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I wanted to note a quick fact real quick. So Nassim Adams' touchdown for 72 yards was 72 yards, and his total receiving yards last week was 23. So his 1 touchdown was more than his whole game's worth of receiving yards last week.
Very interesting. I mean, the passing game has been very effective so far in a couple of plays here tonight. I'm looking forward to the second half. I think that the K Kids are not going to give up. They're a very competitive team. So Parkland and Northampton is always a competitive game. So definitely looking forward to seeing how this plays out and seeing how Finn Cohen controls the offense in the second half.
Yeah, I think the Trojans really had momentum working into the end of that second half, and I think they just have to carry that through because, they had 2 touchdowns within 2.5 minutes. So who knows what they could do with 30 minutes or 24. I don't know. Yeah.
Looks like they're giving the teams a little bit of extra time to warm up here.
Yep. Second half will start in about 50 seconds.
It's very interesting. Looks like there's like a strength coach warming up Northampton team there, and it makes me think about, all the coaches that don't really necessarily get the attention on the live stream. Like Mr. Roosh right there, Coach Roosh, the special teams coordinator, special teams coach. I know he puts a lot of heart and soul into this team. Crazy thing about the Roosh family, I don't even know how long, but they have had, I believe, 5 sons. I may be wrong, maybe 4. So they have been in Parkland football literally for forever. And this is their youngest son, Jude Roosh's last year. So, it felt very sad for me when my 2 brothers ended football at Parkland. It becomes a family. So I cannot imagine what that feeling is going to be like for them, but, I would assume that Coach Roos is definitely staying on staff, so.
Kickoff is happening right now. K-Kids are going to get it. Let's see what they can do. They are behind 14 points. If they want to be in this, they have to get a touchdown very soon.
So it looks like the return will come out to, it looked like it was stopped, but the play continued, so now it will be to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, the play looked dead for a second, and then I guess he wasn't.
Number 3 had nowhere to go.
Well, I guess his knee didn't really touch the ground.
The rule is that the ball has to touch the ground, and if your knee just touches the ground, somebody has to touch you, and he was never touched there. He stayed up, even though he was pretty much laying on top of another player. So very interesting. I remember seeing, I think it was Christian McCaffrey got a touchdown like that, where he was pretty much fell down and laid on another guy, and then got up and ran for a touchdown. So Taft back in at quarterback for the K-Kids, and we'll hand off on the first play of the second half.
Jackson Derulo on the stop. 2nd and 6.
Jackson Grillo on the stop.
Seem to be taking their time, trying to work well with what they have going. They have to just find the holes when the Trojans make holes, which is often pretty rare. Yeah, their run play doesn't really seem to be being effective during this game. They've gotten like very few yards, and they just get swallowed up the second it's handed off.
Parkland Trojans are doing a very good job tonight, as always, on their run defense.
Third and 5. He's gonna throw it way too high.
And that's too high there. And the Trojans will force the K-Kids into a 4th down now. They are on their own 50-yard line, 49-yard line, I believe. So they could go for it here if they wanted to, but I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they are. They're gonna pump.
I think that should have been very important for the Northampton offense to get a touchdown there, considering that they had the advantage to have the ball at half, but they didn't make their way up the field really at all.
Definitely was. Parkland gave them nothing to work with there, but you know, that's kind of always the goal, and that's why teams pretty much choose when they have the option to come out with the ball in the second half, because if you're down, or if you're down by 2 scores like you are here, you're only down 1 score if you score a touchdown right away. So definitely not what Northampton was looking there on their first drive. Let's see how the Trojans respond. I mean, we could have a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they're on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. See what they can do. Seems. So, I don't really know what's the holdup really here. Any idea?
No, it just looks like it took a while for the refs to get everything situated.
Here we go, though.
All right, so Finn Cohn in the backfield with TJ Lawrence. He's going to motion
He's going to take it himself.
Stirring. Oh! He's going to take it himself. He's going to get some open grass there. And that is a big pickup by QB1. Great job there by Finn Cohen to show off his wheels.
Yeah, that was a fake to Nas Adams. And then Finn Cohen takes it himself. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a quarterback that can also run. I think that's so important.
Cohen's definitely showing tonight that he is a dual threat quarterback, but I think it also helps when you have the when you have a speedster like Nas Adams.
He's gonna fake it again.
He's gonna take it off again.
He's gonna fake it again.
He's gonna get a big run again. Will he get in the end zone? He will not get in the end zone, but 2 big runs from Cohen back to back. As you can see, he is hype over that.
Cohen's carry is good for a Trojan.
He fakes it again, and he just finds all the holes. We can see right there, there's just a gap between those two defensive players, and he can go right in between them because they're very spaced out.
Seems like the Northampton defense was not expecting not expecting Cohen to take off with the ball, but he just did 2 plays in a row. Two big runs there. So pitch to the outside to Lawrence, and he is going to take it in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans, and that's TJ Lawrence for his 2nd touchdown of the night in this ball game. I mean, that almost looked like the exact play that was his first touchdown. Another pitch to the outside, and Lawrence just does the rest. You see Finn Cohen, they were threatened by him after he had 2 big runs, and then Lawrence says, hey, I can run too. I'm the running back here. And then he got in the end zone there.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Cohen. I mean, I actually don't know how many yards he had on those 2 drives, but he had lots of yards there and was able to finish it off with Lawrence on the outside. But we keep seeing the same mistakes by the K-Kids defense. We keep having receivers, running backs go to the outside. and nobody's there to stop them. You would think that by now they could tell that maybe that's our run game, but they haven't, and we're taking advantage of that.
I mean, I think they're definitely expecting them to kind of take it to the, run it through the middle like Parkland traditionally does in the powerful run game style that they do. But that's not what they're doing tonight, so. I like to see those runs to the outside, and that's when I've honestly seen this run game a little more successful than usual. So, it will be
great. That was a great
35 to 14 with 10 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
That was a great drive. Just moving the ball efficiently down the field. That's exactly what you want to see in order to get 7 points on the board.
So the Trojans will kick off once again.
Let's see if the Northampton offense can do anything with this. Oh, he runs. Oh.
Big run here. Big return again. Maybe a little concern here for the Trojans after 2 returned, and we see.
I believe that's Maddox. That's one of my brother's friends doing push-ups on the table. Kind of looked like the returner run into his own player to me. I don't know if that's what happened. This smaller angle, it kind of looked like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but the KKs definitely need to, put some points on the board on this drive, because if they don't, this game will get a little bit out of hand, as it already is a 3-score game now, and that's already something you don't want. But a 4-score game, if they give the ball back to the Trojans and they're able to score, definitely something you don't want.
Yeah, Trojans seem to have a little bit of a slow start in the beginning with they had to punt after three downs, but they really picked up their pace, and now they are up 35-14, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it looks like there was a flag on the return on Northampton, so they're going to be backed up all the way to the 31-yard line after a good return. So Taff will hand the ball off.
Nothing. They seem, even me just commentating, they seem to be doing the same plays. And we keep swallowing them up exactly, they're just losing yards at this point.
Don't see many adjustments here in the first, in this half. They didn't make many adjustments from the first half.
I've got 3 receivers on the right and 1 on the left.
So Taff is going to drop back again, and he is going to be pressured, but he was able to complete the pass. But short of the first down yard line.
It is 3rd and 13. They've got a long way to go to get this first down.
Yeah, a long way to go for the K-Kids. Again, the K-Kids struggling to get anything. They have 14 points, but they've kind of been struggling to get a lot going here in this game.
Seems maybe a little confusion between the refs, the coaches. There's 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
There's not many more things that scream America like football, so the theme very fitting tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what else very much fits America. I would say probably Joey Chestnut, hot dogs. Makes me reminiscing on 4th of July. I really like 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's a great holiday. Summer, no school. Celebrating our country. Listening to a lot of Toby Keith music. I love Toby Keith. Do you not know who Toby Keith is?
I know who Toby
Okay.
Keith is. I just wouldn't say I listened to him.
Okay. So Taft is going to step up on 3rd and 9, but Jude Roosh is going to get his shoestrings, and he will not be able to get the 3rd down. See Taft making the careful decision to step up. Jude Roosh dies, and Taft is not able to get anywhere from Jude Roosh. So it will be 4th and 3 for the K Kids. And I mean, if you're Northampton, I'm definitely considering going for it here. I mean, I know you're on your own 38, but also you're down 2 scores. You're down 3 scores already. I'm sorry. So what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
So I am correct. The K Kids are going to go for it on this 4th down. And 3, they are going to run, and I think they will get it. So that is the second 4th down the K Kids have converted on tonight.
Pass carry is good for a Concrete Kid. First down.
Looking ahead next week for the Trojans, they play Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley is 1-1, lost 1, and currently they are losing 35-0 in their game today against Exeter Township.
Is that an away game?
What?
Is that an away game next week against Pleasant Valley?
No, I believe it's.
Pass was
Check on
complete.
that one. Yeah,
That's
it's home for
complete
Parkland
to,
next week.
Buchanan.
It's a Thursday game actually, because there seems to be a shortage on refs. So thank you refs for being here every night, and can't do football without refs.
Sanchez and Drullo combined on the stop for the Trojans.
So it will be 2nd and 2
Second and 2.
for the Concrete Kids on their 50-yard line.
Yeah, their conversions on 4th down is really keeping their offense alive at this point, I would say. Run it again.
And he will get the 1st down and more.
Joel
Concrete
Small,
Kids
good
not
ball
giving up, down 3 scores.
Nas
They're
Adams
going
on
to
the
keep
stop.
on fighting.
Small's carry is good for a Concrete
Reminds
Kid.
me of
First
Rocky
down.
Balboa, another thing that's very American.
For sure.
So 1st and 10 on the 39 for Northampton. Run to the outside, and Nas Adams having a heck of a ball game tonight. All over that play. It is at least 2nd and 10 for the Concrete Kids, maybe less. They are moving him back, so they did lose yards there. I mean, what a play from Nas Adams. He was on that lightning fast.
Oh, yeah, he's also 4 yards.
Trojan 43.
Yeah, Nas Adams is having an incredible game. 2 touchdowns, playing incredible defense.
Just all over the field. Maybe making some notice to some college coaches.
Yeah, he also does basketball though too. He's also a very good basketball player.
And incomplete.
Pass intended for Kevin
Taft's
Harris,
throw on
40 yards
2nd
on
and
the
14.
play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 14 for the K Kids. I mean, there is a flag on the play, so we'll see how that affects that. But if you're Northampton, you got to make something happen now because you're running out of time as there's 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and if you don't score something now, it's gonna honestly kind of become a runaway at this point.
So the flag will be on the Trojans, so the Concrete Kids will move up. So 1st down and 10 on the 28-yard line. Another handoff to the outside.
Sander
And
Rickert on
the
the carry.
Northampton ball carrier will get a few yards there, but not too many.
For Parkland. There's about 1 on the play. It'll be
2nd and 9, 27-yard line.
This is turning into a very long drive for the K Kids. Taft is going to step back. He's going to launch it, and it will be incomplete from what I can tell. The players are motioning.
Incomplete. Nas Adams on the coverage.
Nas Adams on the carry, or on the coverage. My apologies. He was on the coverage for that.
3rd and 9.
Both sides of the team, both teams seem to be throwing up hands, so must have been something. We couldn't see the full thing, but.
And that incompletion will make it 3rd and 9 for the K-Kids on the 27-yard line.
We've seen them in these positions before, being able to get some yards and then go for the shorter 4th down. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, you pretty much have to expect them at this point that they're going to go for it on 4th down, but they don't have to think about 4th down as Taft gets the 1st down and more. Again, we've seen both quarterbacks, when they don't see the pass open, not afraid to step into the pocket and, you know, take a hit.
Yeah, utilizing the run game as a quarterback when there's holes really gets you yards because everyone's back with the receivers, which has honestly big gaps in the field to allow the quarterback to run.
As my brother is a quarterback at Franklin Marshall, when I see him take off, I was like screaming at him to like slide. Like we don't get a concussion. You're a senior in college. You just got to get through the season.
Sender Rickard, ball carrier.
Not much
Touchdown
there.
number 5, Nas
I
Adams.
didn't know if there was anything. Yeah, it looks like it's oh no, 2 yards, sorry. 2nd and 8 on the 10-yard line.
Quick shout out to my brother Ty Trumba and Jack Harrison, both Parkland alum. Ty threw a touchdown to Jack last night in their win against the Lebanon Valley. Also, a Parkland TV studio alumni, Bryn Harrison, attends Franklin Marshall, Jack's sister. So, shout out to Bryn too.
Tap on the keeper.
It's always great to see the Parkland connections at the next level. That's what this brotherhood of the Parkland football team is all about.
That was an incomplete. Oh no.
37 Northampton. The Trojan 9.
3rd and 7 on the 9-yard line.
That must. I think it was a short pass, I believe, to the outside.
Again, a very long drive here for the K-Kids. Will they be able to punch it in? No, they are very close, but they cannot punch it in. Now we're under 4 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter.
I think, yeah, you obviously are going to go for this because you're down and you only have 3 yards to go. And that's kind of what they've been averaging on their run game. So
Yeah, they got 3 yards to go. You, again, have nothing to lose if you go for this. I mean, you can see the Trojans' defense looks a little bit tired here. It's a very long drive that they have going here.
let's see what the K-Kids can do. 3 yards to go, but it's 4th down. So if
Can
they
the
don't.
Trojans stand tall is the question.
Oh,
He's short of the end zone, but I
Tap on the keeper.
don't know if he got the 4th down. The Trojans were on him pretty quickly.
1st and goal.
Tap being that he kept the ball.
Trojan 1.
So we'll see this replay. Taft keeps the ball. And looks like Blake Nasser is on him fairly quickly. I do think he got the 1st down. Yeah, they got the 1st down. He's on the field. So
that was very lucky.
they have
I'd
1
say.
yard to go to punch it in. Can the Trojans stop them? And
Touchdown.
looks
Touchdown.
like the K-Kids will score a touchdown. So now it will be a 2-score game.
Yeah, that was a long drive, and they really wasted up some time there. Didn't mean waste. Like they run out the clock. So that
I mean,
they could score.
we are only in the 3rd quarter, but at the same time, if you're the K-Kids, you're down 3 scores. And taking almost a full quarter to score, put 7 points on the board. I'm kind of wondering why they didn't want to make that drive a little bit quicker so they could, get back in this ball game more quickly.
Yeah.
So the PAT will be good, and the Trojans will be up by 14 points as the K-Kids just scored a touchdown. So now it is now 35-21 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter of the ball game.
I'd say it's still a ball game because Trojans scored 2 touchdowns in 2.5 minutes, and we saw the K-Kids move efficiently down the field. It just took a little while, but I mean, they're able to get the ball in the end zone, and I guess that's the end goal if you can get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep on saying it. This Concrete Kids team is a competitive team. They're not going to give up. You know, they're always been pretty gritty when I've watched them, so they're not going to give up. They're going to, they're going to keep on playing to the clock hits double zeros. So kickoff against for Northampton.
He's
And
wrapped up.
Adams on the return, but he will not get much there.
Chase Sarnicki on the stop for Northampton. Looking for some 10 Trojans at the 25.
I just think the Trojans need to keep doing what they're doing, especially at the end of the second quarter. Their momentum finally picked up. Like we said multiple times, it was a slow start, but I think it finally got to where they were last week, and I think they're in it now. And I think if they do what they've been doing, they can move down the field because they keep being able to go through the gaps on the defense.
So Finn Cohen and his Parkland offense coming back out. Looking to keep their 2-score lead in the third quarter. And it looks like there is a timeout called.
Timeout, Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's program book contains information such as rosters, senior football player
It
bios,
seems like
senior
Parkland called the
dedication, and much
timeout.
more.
Maybe there was
Program book for just
misconfusion.
$5
I
at the
don't
Spirit
think
Stand.
Parkland or Northampton
Youth
would want to
night
call
will
that
be held
timeout
on
just because
Thursday, September
they might
11th.
need it
Football
in
players
the
and
later
cheerleaders
part of
from
the game
North
if they
Parkland
want to
and
make
South
a
Parkland
comeback.
Youth associations are invited to attend the game that night and will be
They're only
admitted
down
free.
2
If they wear a football
touchdowns.
jersey or
Yeah,
cheerleading
so
uniform.
There's plenty of time
We hope to
left.
see you at the game on Thursday,
Quarter
September
and
11th.
3 minutes.
Definitely still a game. Northampton putting up a great fight against this very talented Parkland team.
All right, here we go again. 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what the Trojans can do. The end of closing of the third quarter.
Cohen is going to motion Judrush.
Hand off. Going to take the outside again.
Thomas in your ball carrier.
Down.
That was Naquan Thompson on the carry.
On the side.
Speaking of Quan Thompson, last week he blocked the punt and returned it for a touchdown midway through the third quarter against Freedom to put the Trojans up 18-7. So he had a very good game last week and a very good game this week as well.
He stepped in last week after TJ Lawrence was out for most of the second half with some cramps. So Finn Cohen,
2nd and 4.
another handoff.
Not
Thompson.
much there.
Looks like the Trojans are just trying to look to run this
Elijah Wagner
second
on the
half
stop.
or run this into the last quarter of play in the books.
3rd and 4. It doesn't look like they got any yards on that one.
So we'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Trojans on their own 31-yard line.
Clock is running.
So Finn
He's gonna
Cohen
throw
taking
it.
the snap, he fires. incomplete, intended for number 8, Blake Nassery.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of the pass game by Finn Cohen tonight. When we have, hasn't, I wouldn't say it has been his best. Some passes too high, too low. But again, first string quarterback, only third game. I'm sorry, fourth game?
No,
Yeah,
third
fourth.
game. I mean, he stepped in a lot. He threw 3 passing touchdowns tonight, so just what you need from your junior quarterback. So the Trojans will punt again.
Yeah, I definitely think as they got closer to the end zone, he utilized the pass game. But as they worked their way to the end zone, I think it was, honestly, it could be a mixture of both, but I think they really utilized their run game tonight.
Northampton. The Trojan 49.
So 1st and 10 for the Concrete Kids on their 49-yard line. Again, still a game with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Taff again handing it off, and their running back will be pushed back. They're going to come back for more yards.
Kessler, your ball carrier.
Less than a minute left to go in the third quarter.
Gain of 3 in the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
They're just running the clock out, it looks.
Yes, the clock is running into this last quarter to play in this ball game. I mean, the Concrete Kids have not given up. The Trojans have put on a very strong performance here, showing that they are a dominant football team in the PC. And that's a good play by the D-line to close out the third quarter. No yards there for the running back of Northampton.
And that is the end of the third quarter.
At the end of 3, it's Parkland.
That'll take us into our last quarter to play, where the Trojans have a 14-point lead over the Northampton Concrete Kids. The Concrete Kids do have the ball on their 38-yard line, and they're just looking to drive on the Trojans now.
I believe we saw 1 touchdown from each team in this third quarter. I think both teams moved down the field efficiently, but yeah. I just think the Trojans' defense have been very consistent and like reading the Northampton's offense very well.
I want to give a shout out to the booster club of the Trojans football team. My mom, when my brothers played, was part of the booster club, and I know all the effort those lovely parents put into the booster club, and all the great things that they do for the boys on our beloved Trojans football team. So, again, always support our booster club, and thank you to the parents.
Second and 10, 38-yard line.
And it will not be Taft carrying it this time.
Zion McKinney. Looks like he took the snap.
Kenny, I don't know if that's a wildcat or if you're replacing Taft for now, but he took the snap and went to the outside. Now Taft has come back in, so that looks like it will just be a wildcat to start off our fourth quarter.
Actually, it looks like he also plays quarterback, so maybe.
Yeah, teams often do that where they bring in a quarterback just to primarily run the ball.
Okay.
But I don't know if I really love that because I feel like it's often really predictable. Like when you bring someone in and you see it's not the same quarterback, you know they're either going to run or fake the run. So you kind of can expect what's coming.
Cooper Bauer on the
So
stop.
K-Kids get the first down there.
25-yard line. They've definitely moved the ball up the field better since the first quarter, because I think we saw one first down within the first quarter, and we keep seeing more and more as the quarters go on.
I mean, the K-Kids are on the 25-yard line, and they are only down 2 scores. If they are able to put 7 points on the board here, they're only down 1 score with a full quarter of the ball game here. So this is definitely a game, and this is definitely an important couple plays here for the Trojans.
2nd and 9 on the 24-yard line. Yeah, you're totally right. If they score here, they're only down by 1 touchdown, which makes this a very good game, and both teams really have to get some points.
Tap in the backfield. He is going to launch, and it is
That's
going to
completion.
be caught, but short of the goal line. But very good play there. Little, I mean, this was not the best coverage by the Trojans. Taft kind of lobs it up. You got to kind of make that play. Great play by the receiver there. And now it is 1st and goal for the K-Kids.
That was a great pass by Taft. Now they're only on the 9-yard line, so they have great potential to score a touchdown here, and here they go. They scored the touchdown.
And that's touchdown for the K-Kids, and
That was Xander Rickert.
it will be a 7-point ball game here now.
It's a ball game.
Yeah, it's definitely a ball game. I mean, you have 10 minutes left in the last quarter, and the Trojans are going to get the ball back, and they can't make any mistakes on this drive. I don't want to jinx it, but they can't make any mistakes on this drive, or they might be in trouble, and this is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, they definitely have to move the ball up the field and get a touchdown to be in a more comfortable spot, I guess you could say.
So the field goal is good to officially make it a 7-point ball game.
Remaining in the 4th quarter is Parkland 35, Northampton 27.
Oh, I actually think it
No,
was
it was no good. So it will be an 8-point ball game. So that helps the Trojans a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
again, we talked about how the Trojans missed a field goal last week, and it kind of affected them. Went down a spiral of, not converting on 2-point conversions. So that kind of caused them to have some points that they didn't have on the board that they very well should have. But now the K-Kids are feeling that effect. And now if they, Parkland doesn't score here, and Northampton were to get the ball back and score, they'd have to go for 2. So.
Yeah. Okay, kickoff is gonna start now.
So the K-Kids will kick it off, and Parkland is going to have to make some magic happen here. Nas Adams on the return, having himself a night.
Adams on the return.
They took him down.
A little bit of lead there after I could hear the whistles.
Yeah. 9:48 left in the 4th quarter. 35-27 is your score. Trojans are leading.
On the stop for Northampton. 3 first and 10 Trojans have their own 34, 9:48 remaining in your ball game.
So Parkland will start on their 34-yard line, and Finn Cohen is gonna have to show why he's the leader of this team in QB1. I mean, these are the moments that you kind of want as a quarterback. A little bit of pressure on him to make some magic happen here to make this lead comfortable. So Jackson Garulo and it looks Finn Cohen decided to take it, and he will be taken down almost immediately.
Yeah, they seemed to pick up on the fake handoff that he got those lots of yards earlier in the 3rd quarter, I think, and they picked up on it and got him right when he took it.
I mean, he got 2 big plays off that back to back, so I think that Northampton was kind of expecting it there.
Yeah, they didn't want to let that happen again for sure. 2nd and 14, that was a loss of 4 yards.
So Cohen in the backfield with Thompson.
He's going to
He's
throw
gonna
it.
drop back, and it is going to be bobbled by number 14, Rulo. He was unable to haul in the pass from Cohen. And just like that, the Trojans are already facing a 3rd and 15. I thought it was 3rd and 14, but they're already facing a 3rd and 15. And now you're kind of questioning if the Trojans are going to choke this lead.
Let's see what they can do here.
Cohen in the backfield, Thompson.
Okay, he's going to try and go long here.
Drop back, and it flies out of bounds. And these Trojans are unable. That was number 10, JJ Brader, so they were unable to do anything there.
That is not what the Trojans wanted to do. I mean, they wanted to go down and score, make it more of a lead, but now they're going to punt and give the K-Kids an opportunity to score.
Yeah, definitely not what they wanted there. I mean, it was kind of vital for them to, put in an end in there, and they were unable to do that.
Punt goes out of bounds, it looks.
So now the K-Kids, that long drive really helped them. They took almost the full 3rd quarter to score, and now Parkland's in a situation where they have to make stops. They're only up 8 points here with 8 minutes remaining in this ball game. So the defense, like they have been most of all tonight, has to step up.
Yeah, they really have to stop them here. Because like you said, if they get a touchdown, K-Kids have to go for 2 in order to make it a tie game. Let's see what both teams can do.
So again, there's that Wildcat that the Trojans are doing, K-Kids are doing, but not so wild there as they don't get many yards.
Yeah, it didn't seem to work out, swallowed up. Great first play by the Trojans. 2nd and 9 on the 46-yard line.
Team's got to be conscious of the clock here as it's all clicking away.
Both teams are kind of in a pressure situation. Trojans need to stop them on defense in order to keep the lead, but also K-Kids got us. They have to score if they want to still be in this ball game, I'd say.
So I believe it was incomplete on the pass from Taft there.
3rd and 4,
10 for Cameron Hirsch, and now there are 7 minutes remaining. He'll bring 3rd and 4. They're on the 41-yard line. And missed opportunity for a sack there. I thought they definitely had him. I mean, he was looking at the defenders coming at him, and then he ran away. Definitely a missed opportunity for the Trojans there.
Yeah, I think that's still, I believe it's short of the first down. It was like 4th and...
It looks like they're short of the first down. It is 4th down. I mean, I would assume that the K-Kids are going to keep the offense out on the field and go for it.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1. I think they definitely should.
I mean, you got 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and you're down 8 points. If they don't, convert on this would definitely be a problem, but it's only 4th and 1.
This is a huge play for both teams here.
So K-Kids.
That is short.
And
Swallowed up.
Turnover on downs. What a play by Cooper Bauer, number 12. Great play there by the Trojan defense. I mean,
That's exactly
that could
what
be
you
the
wanted.
that is definitely a key play here in the ball game. Trojans now feel a little less pressure. They just have to take care of the ball.
Oh, got
Kind of
another
take
cramp.
some time off, and it looks like there's a cramp on the field, hopefully.
But speaking of Cooper Bow, we haven't seen like a whole lot of him, but he really came up when they really needed him there.
Yeah, big play there.
He's a senior, by the way.
Yeah, big play there by the senior.
I don't know who is down getting stretched out.
Student section still cheering on their Parkland team.
Yeah, was definitely a great game. Like I said, their score last year was 23-14. Parkland won, so both teams have had more points on the board than last year.
That was Jaron Sanchez. It looks like he's walking fine, so just a little bit of a cramp. Definitely hard in these, hotter conditions than they're used to facing in the latter half of the year.
Yeah, because the Trojans stopped them there. They're going to get it on the 40-yard line, which is great field position for them.
So Cohen will be in the backfield with Thompson. I hope that TJ Lawrence is still good. We didn't see him on last drive or this drive, so.
They hand off to Thompson.
Thompson's going to weave his way through the line and get a few yards here, but not enough for the first down. But, I mean, that's fine. Just get a few yards each play to click away at this time. See the shiftiness there of Thompson. So
2nd and 8, 42-yard line, 5 minutes and 37 seconds
So
remaining.
looks like it aired snap there. It was too high for Cohen. He's just going to take off and run, but nothing there for him. So that will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I definitely think they should get the 4th down. I'm sorry, not the 4th down, the 1st down. But if they don't, then they're going to be at 4th down. And if they turn the ball over here, then...
I mean, it's a little bit difficult when you have these 3rd and longs. I mean, the K kids definitely they're not expecting you to run, they're expecting to pass, so makes Cohen's job a little bit harder when the defenders are expecting a throw here.
But that's also where he got those big runs from, when they were expecting throws and there were big gaps.
So deep pass that is going to be past number 10, J.J. Brader. So the Trojans will not be able to answer and, kind of take out the momentum after a big 4th and 1 stop by Cooper Bauer.
Yeah.
So now, they're going to have to punt again.
Yeah, that was a super important drive for the Trojans. They have to do exactly what they did on the last drive on defense to stop them.
Yeah, again, I would say it's a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, because Northampton's still in contention to win. They just have
and it looks like there's going to be a fumble on this play, and the Trojans are going to cover it.
Beautiful.
And they'll
exactly
be in the red zone. That's exactly what they needed. Northampton's, immediately heads down after that play.
Yeah, I was just saying, they had to stop them on defense, and that's exactly what they want to do right there.
So great recovery there on the punt.
I could not tell who covered.
Again, we got to give a shout out to Mr. Roos, the special teams coach.
Yeah.
Coaching up those special teams. A lot of hustle in those players, so Cohen will bring the offense back out on the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
I think here they can kind of just run out. They want to milk some of this clock here. They're in a comfortable on their own 30. They're comfortable. They can just milk some of the clock and, give Northampton very little time to do anything.
Oh, he swallowed up, but this is definitely very good for the Trojans, considering they didn't have the best drive. But that definitely is better than the K-Kids having the ball and having an opportunity to decide the game.
Yeah, again, we saw Northampton make some mistakes like that play that we just witnessed. The fumbled punt is definitely something that the K-Kids coach is going to point out. But also we saw a couple of penalties that really cost them. So Cohen in the backfield with Thompson. Thompson's going to get the handoff again. He's going to try to evade some tacklers, but he will be unsuccessful and will not get many yards
Bring
left.
back you once again on this down.
Is that a loss of yards?
I don't believe that was a loss of yards.
Okay, just.
Timeout Northampton.
Oh, it was a loss of 2 yards. I stand corrected. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
29-yard line.
And it looks like it will be Parkland timeout.
They definitely have to score on this drive.
So now I feel a little bit more comfortable with this game from Parkland. I mean, they're up 8 points with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. So I feel a little more comfortable. I mean, I know they're faced with 3rd and 11 here, but still in a pretty good situation. Even if they're not able to convert this, they don't give the K-Kids much time. So we did get a report that the Parkland girls soccer team won 6-1 tonight. So many games tonight over the Parkland Athletics. So Cohen, the lone man in the backfield,
High
on
snap.
3rd and 11, high snap. He's gonna fire, and it is incomplete for Nas Adams, and Nas Adams is down after the incomplete
This
pass.
is never good.
And that could be a real dagger for the Trojans.
So we saw it was a high snap, and by the time Cohen was able to secure it, defenders were already coming at him.
I think the high snap threw him off a little bit there. Wasn't able to go through his normal process as quickly.
I hope all is well for Team Adams. Such a key player to this Trojans
Yeah,
offense
definitely.
and
I mean, he had a
defense.
great night. It's so unfortunate to see him down with an injury.
He was running so fast, took a hard fall, so definitely some type of pool maybe in his.
Shout out to the St. Luke's trainers. They're working on him. They do an excellent job on what they do.
Yeah, they're in every game and every practice for every sport, so
Yeah.
the reason why all athletes are healthy are because of them.
I mean, I took the care and prevention class here at Parkland,
I'm
and
taking that right now.
yeah, and you have to shadow the trainers for 10 hours during, a semester. So it's definitely interesting to see the perspective from the trainers. See all the players come in, a lot of ice, a lot of taping. It's a lot of what it is, but they don't just do that. And it's a lot of work for these trainers. They go to all the games, like you said, all the practices. So, and I know the strength trainer here at Parkland, Ryan, would want to
love
shout
Ryan.
out. So we have to give a shout out to Ryan.
Ryan's the best.
Ryan gets all the Parkland sports teams right with his lifting
Yeah.
workouts.
Well, we see that he's up and he's walking with a little limp, but at least he's up and walking.
Yeah, he's walking by himself, so that's always a good sign. Very gingerly, but I mean, he's walking by himself, so that's what you want to see. Maybe a little frustrated there.
Yeah, definitely a little frustration. I mean, such a key player, had such a great game. You hate to see him go down with 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4th and 11.
So it's 4th and 11, and looks like the Trojans are staying on the field on offense, maybe trying to draw the K-Kids off sides. But no, they're going to go for it. So Finn Cohen's going to roll out to the right.
Oh.
He's going to fire, and it is going to be...
No. Oh.
I cannot see. It is
Cohen's pass
but they're
complete to
motioning.
Blake Nassery. Completion is good.
It was Blake Nassery on the catch, so great throw there by Finn Cohen as he's taking the hit, and a great catch there by Blake Nassery. Again, they connected for a touchdown earlier in the game, and now they connected on a catch to kind of put the game away a little bit in a sense.
Yeah. That was definitely a risky move. It was 4th and 11, but they did great on that play. A hard hit to Finn Cohen as he threw it.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see your quarterback doing, your junior quarterback. That's when you see your leader, not afraid to, take a hit. He stays there, steps up in the pocket, and makes an amazing throw.
Yeah, I saw the K kids backing up, and I heard the announcer say that half the distance to the goal line, so I believe there was a flag on
There
that
was
play.
a flag, so now it is 1st and 8, and a handoff to Thompson.
Yeah, this is definitely putting the Trojans in a good position, because then if they score here, they'll be put up by 2 touchdowns.
The 2nd and goal.
So it's 2nd and goal. Three minutes remaining in this final quarter of the ball game. So Cohen is going to hand off one more time to Thompson, and he will not reach the end zone. So now that will bring up 3rd down and goal. I mean, they did go for it on 4th down last 4th and 11, and Cohen made a spectacular play. So, I would assume that even if they don't get it here, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 5. They're on the 5-yard line. So, I mean, if they get the 1st down, it'll be a touchdown.
This game has really dragged on, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt really slow.
Yeah, but a great effort by both teams.
Yeah,
Both
for
teams
sure.
giving it their all tonight. You never want to see injuries, but Nassim Adams had a great night before he just went out.
Here's some Taylor Swift by the band. Cruel Summer.
Really? That's what it was?
Yeah, it's Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift. Speaking of Taylor Swift, she just got engaged to Travis Kelce.
I think a lot of people found out about that.
Yeah, I bet everyone knows about that by now.
Alright, so 3rd and 5. Can the Trojans punch it in with the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the game? Finn Cohen's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to
take
keep
it
it
himself.
And will he get there? No, he's going to be stopped by the K-Kids, but he will be close. They're in 4 yards within the end zone, so I would not be surprised at all if the Trojans do decide to go for this. I mean, they're wasting more clock, and even if they don't get it, I mean, Northampton will have, 2 minutes and about 15 seconds to go the whole length of the field. So definitely could foresee the Trojans going for 4th down here. But again, good poise there by the junior quarterback Finn Cohen to step up there when he was needed.
Uptown Funk now by the band.
Still some loyal Pack fans there at the game.
Just coming out for the field goal, Partridge to hold.
Looks like they're gonna go for field goal.
They are going for the field goal with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this ball game. And the kick is good.
Vanish's field goal
And the
is good.
Trojans will have a little more comfortable 11-point lead. And I think now we can safely call this ball game over. Unless they were to get a touchdown. Onside kick it real quick. But again, good job here by the Trojans. I mean, that was a spectacular play there again by Finn Cohen in the last, on 4th and 11 to step up, take a hit, and then make an amazing throw. So we see our pack captains getting rowdy.
Two minutes and 24 seconds to go. Let's see what the K-Kids can
Just
do.
on for the kickoff.
I mean, you can't really underestimate it because we saw the Trojans score 2 touchdowns in 2.5 minutes. So, I mean, could the K-Kids do
definitely
the same?
anything can happen.
Yeah. Kickoff is on return.
And it is
He's going to take the outside. Stiff arm.
Return to the 35-yard line. So
Kessler
the
on the return
K-Kids will have
for the
to,
Concrete Kids.
they'll have to put one heck of a drive together right now with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to, essentially, pretty much less if they want to win this game. But right now, I think for the Parkland fans, I think we can pretty much call this game over.
5 refs on the field right now. Or, sorry, 7.
Face mask call against the Trojans.
Today in school, Parkland had their first Popcorn Friday. That was a success. So next Friday, come out.
The popcorn smell is very strong. You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can smell it basically throughout the big school.
You know it's Friday.
Yeah, you definitely know it's Friday. And honestly, it was funny because I heard some kids today in my classes be like, smell the popcorn and be like, oh, I remember, it's Friday. Like it was a reminder of Friday for them.
Yeah, I was in upper C wing and I could smell it from there.
Very strong.
I think everybody likes popcorn on Fridays during their lunches. You can't go wrong with it.
Definitely.
2 minutes and 8 seconds left. First down on the 49-yard line.
Alright, so Tap's going to throw a little screen pass there, but the Trojans are going to be all over that. So not many yards there as the clock is winding under 2 minutes. And Parkland might be starting to celebrate a little bit.
Clock is running.
Taff is going to step up. And he's going to make a throw past the first down marker so they will keep the chains moving. Again, they're trying to go as fast as they can.
Thing is, even if they score a touchdown here and do 2 points, they still can't tie the game.
I mean, they would have to come back and do.
Yeah, they have to
They have to do onside kick. So
Yeah.
Taff is gonna step up, avoid some tacklers, and he's gonna run the ball.
Nice tackle.
But he is brought down. Brought down by number 2, Michael Carr. So great. I mean, Taff is throwing some points here at this last drive, although the game might be out of reach for them right now.
I feel like if he did this sooner in the game, they maybe could have put up more points.
Possibly.
But he's definitely, you can see the potential, and he's a good player.
So less than a minute remaining before the Trojans can finally call this a
long.
W.
Incomplete.
And falls incomplete.
That was
Pass intended for Klein, incomplete.
intended for Noah Klein, senior at Northampton.
It will be 39. It will be 3rd and 9.
On the 32-yard line with 49.8 seconds left to go in this game. I think we could say that the Trojans will be 4-0.
Parkland, 49 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they have 40 seconds left. I mean, this game, I wouldn't say it's an easy game for them.
Yeah, I would not say that either.
I mean, we also, again, did not see TJ Lawrence later in the game. I don't know if they were saving him at the end there. I don't know what was up for that. We're going to have to find out again via Miss Morgan's social studies class. But I think that the Trojans are starting to look forward to, next week against Pleasant Valley. And then I believe they have Nazareth. And Nazareth is not going to be an easy game by any standard on any side of the ball. They have Auburn commit Peyton Falzone.
Yeah.
And that's not all they have. They got a lot of talent around the field.
Yeah, I was watching Service Electric's highlights for the week, and I saw that he had 6 pass touchdowns, and I was just watching his highlights, and he's obviously a great player. He's going to Auburn.
A lot of Peyton Falzone highlights you'll be able to watch.
Yeah.
Jean-Baptiste on the coverage for the Trojans.
Time is stopped at 44 seconds. Fourth and 9. Yeah, I definitely feel like this game has been very slow moving.
Yeah.
Time keeps getting stopped. They're going to go for it. I mean,
Oh, and speaking of Nazareth, Jahan Dotson, the Birds player, is
yeah.
also getting his number retired. We mentioned Saquon Barkley earlier, but
Big tackle by
we
Nassim
forgot to
Adams.
mention Jahan.
Pass complete from Ray.
Speaking of Jahan Dotson, I actually did a camp this summer, flag football camp with him, and I got to meet him.
Oh, very
And
nice.
also Cardinals Mac Wilson, who actually just got signed captain for the Cardinals. Very cool meeting him, nice guy.
Trojans take over on downs. 37
Where was the camp?
seconds remaining in your ball
It
game.
was near Philly. So like about an hour away from here, 45 minutes.
So it's cool to see the players supporting, flag football.
Yeah, speaking of girls flag football, it's really growing here.
Yeah.
More colleges are having it, and I mean, there's just such great talent out there, and it's actually so incredible to see that. And Gardwell is coming up here at the high school. Sign up if you haven't. I believe
Is coming up.
sign-ups end on Tuesday. So girls, sign up if you have nothing else to do. It's so much fun. Meet new people. It's just a lot of fun. I believe Mr. Greth is actually a coach for the freshmen. And that's it for the Parkland versus Northampton football game. I think great game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Parkland, struggling. There was some struggles we saw tonight. I mean, I think you could argue that some fans expected them to beat, Northampton more handedly and by a larger margin. But I'm happy with how they performed tonight. I mean, 3 passing touchdowns from Finn Cohen tonight. Again, we asked the question, is CJ Lawrence okay at the end of the game?
Yeah, maybe not the best way to end the game.
Yeah, but again, Finn Cohen stepped up and made some amazing throws tonight. An amazing throw there, again, on 4th of 11. They kind of closed the game. If he didn't make that throw, now we could be having a different conversation here at the end of the game. So, Finn Cohen definitely showing his leadership towards the end of the ball game. Again, a great game for Parkland. Northampton, always a strong competitor, like I said. Very proud of how Parkland stayed through the whole game, but also Northampton. They they stay gritty, like I said. So, great game here tonight from Orfield Stadium. Will we be back here for Pleasant Valley next week on Thursday?
I think so.
So I think we'll be back here in 6 days for you with Pleasant Valley. Great win here for the Trojans. A gritty win. They pulled it out here. Very proud of this Trojans team. They played, pretty well all around. Northampton was not able to do much on the offensive side of the ball, and I think that's a testament to the stout Parkland defense.
Yeah, for sure.
And, great job offensively as we see the team and the cheerleaders celebrating. And that is all we will have here for you tonight. We have Parkland 38, Northampton 27. And good night from Orfield Stadium.